Hello students, hope you all are good in health and doing studies in your home. As you know, today I am going to start history first chapter how, when and where. So let's take a look on its subtopics which I have divided. So these are the first topic is how important are dates. Second, which dates? Third, how do we periodized? Fourth, what is colonial system? And the fifth topic is how do we know administration? Sixth, surveys become important. Seventh, what do official records not tell? And the last, conclusion. So students, let's start our first topic. Students, whenever we talk about history or read it, we think that in history only dates are written. And sometimes we understand it as a boring subject. But there was a time when historians used to talk only about these dates because it revealed what things happened in our past, when and where and how, when and who became the king, what battle took place, and how often the history changes. So, let us read the lesson how, when, and where. Students, it is true that history tells us about the changes in time. History tells us what happened when and how it happened and where it happened. And history works to bring this knowledge to us. History shows how development has changed in time and how far that development has reached today. Although we do not raise the question of history in every life, but you must have often seen people around us talking that it used to happen in our time and now it has changed. This question may also come to your mind that this is what we use everyday things. When did their practice begin? No changes in the world comes immediately, but it takes a very long time to arrive. At first, it is in its initial form and gradually it comes before us in its actual form. As you can also see in your book, whether it is the arrival of tea or coffee in India or the arrival of a new form of education, let us see why and where all these things came in India. So, students, to know more about these things, we start our next topic, which dates. Students, always we are thinking that why the dates are important for us. So, here is the answer. Dates tell us about when an event or an incident occurred. Chronologically, dates help to show cause and effect relationship between events. Dates help historians to construct history of a king or a dynasty in a chronologically way. Students, I know that you are thinking how important are dates. So, dates help us in finding out how things were in the past and how things change over the time. Earlier, history was an account of battles and big events such as the year some king was crowned, the year he was married and had a child, the year he fought a particular war or battle, the year he died, the year the next ruler succeeded to the throne. So here we can say to the people connected or close to king, those dates were important. But the concept and study of history has changed now and more emphasis is given to why things happen and not only on when they happen. So here we can say selection of date depends on the story of past or focusing on a particular set of event is important. So here the question worth considering is how historians categorized these dates. Students, the Britishers periodized the Indians into three parts: Hindu, Muslim, and Britishers. British rule represented all the forces of progress and civilization. So, here I am going to start our next topic: how do we periodize? Students, periodization help us understand the sequence in which various events occurred and their effects. It captures the significant features of a particular period and help us to differentiate it from other periods. James Mill, a Scottish political philosopher and economist, divided Indian history on the basis of religion into three periods, namely Hindu, Muslim, and British. Here, one more classification done by the historians. Historians have classified Indian history on the basis of time as ancient, medieval, and modern. This classification method was borrowed from the West and has its own set of problems. In the West, the modern period is associated with growth and progress. Now, here one question arises: why we are dividing the history into several parts? Students, we do so in an attempt to capture the characteristics of a time, its central feature as they appear to us. So, the term through which we periodize. Students, when the Britishers started the periodization, they also applied a new system here, which is known as the colonial system. So, to know more about the colonial system, we have to start our next topic: what is colonial system? Students, colonial system refers to the British rule. British rule brought about changes in values and tastes, so the Britishers applied the colonial system in India. The meaning of colonial is connected with or belonging to a country that controls another country. Students, hope you understood the topic which we have discussed today. To know more about the British system, how they administrate our country, we will discuss it in our next video. So, till then, stay home, be safe, bye bye.